this morning.
Well, the top side streets are a dangerous place, so you better tune in to a credible face like this one. Yeah, this one. And you know he's not alone, and they're coming in hot. We got a Lake so Stan and a guy who really likes baseball. I don't know why he likes baseball. We got legs and a guy in a big suit. We're making money up YouTube clips, big ticket flips. We got potential to grow. She's in the NBA. What else can I say? You gotta get in the know. Even Washington's inside game. Live talking flag. Why are you selling so low? Those Canadian bacon and friends. Fun never ends. Come on and get on the show. Deep hole, deep hole, deep hole, deep hole.
People are freaking out about why not lose my mind? What is happening?
This is not financial advice.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome back to the Morning Marketplace. It's Tuesday. Who do we got here in the streets? We got Joker Rock. Brent's here. We the people. Devlar, David, Martins, Fanny, Borland's here. We got Dr. Dunks, Jump Shoot, ATC, Nance, Orion, to the house. Of course I shoot. Coach Stark up and Adam early this morning. The captain's here. Airplane mode, Mac Attack. Ballers from Breakfast Cereals. The Top Shot Common Man. Andrew Ward, Travis Daniels. No, I'm still here. Veronica's here early. The Zavala Balla, Roy, Joel, Garen Blaze, Sean Grant. Hope you're feeling better, sir. Will's here. Snoopaloop, the Rad Dad, John Weiss, Regulator, Ricky Ricardo, Tom Benninger's here. The gang's all here. I'm sure more's coming because this is the place to be. I need to fire up a giveaway. I haven't done that yet. I'm going to do that right now, so we can get those likes up, because you need an incentive to like, because deep down, it's all about you. You don't care about anybody else, but we're going to get that cooking. So you're going to put like the stream, subscribe, throw a little hashtag TST into the chat. Bang, there you go, because that's going to be our guest in a moment. Just wanted to a quick update on the content that is today. We've got 3 freaking shows coming at you, which is pretty impressive. So right here, right now, you're at one. And then at 11 a.m. Eastern time, G Dun's going to be doing a little This Week in Candy. I believe Candy has a drop today for their Titan Hall of Fame shit. So that's happening at 11. They're not a sponsor. I can say shit. And then tonight at 7:30, Watch Her Work is back, officially announcing their campaign to be the WNBA captain. So a lot of stuff coming at you in the next, 12 and a half hours. So buckle up, send us some money, and we're ready to cook today. I'm not going to go over the rest of the content schedule till the end of the week, because that's too much stuff. We got TST coming on the show. Oh, Tom says MLB trade deadline show. Allison, fuck the Red Sox, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Christian Vasquez gets traded to the Astros mid-game, or right before the game yesterday in Houston. I honestly, I hate Boston so much. All right, let's get TST on the show. What's up, man? How are we doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing better than your Boston love, that's for sure.
Oh, I just hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him so much. The Christian Vasquez, like, I get why they're making some moves, but then they acquired Tommy Pham, and it's like, listen, if you're trying to be bad, why are you getting guys like that back? Just start a bunch of 19-year-olds and lose all the games. There's no reason to get Tommy Pham back. Anyways, what's going on with you, man? How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
But I do have a question for you, and I'm not sure if you talked about this yesterday, but how hyped are you for DeJounte Murray on the Hawks after that? Have you seen those clips?
Dude, I honestly, we did not talk about this pre-show. I'm glad you brought this up, because that was incredible. It was an incredible, and I don't have it up ready to go.
I got some for you if you want.
Oh, you got some? Yeah, go ahead if you want to share screen. And then I'm excited to talk about this because I've got some takes.
I just want to find There's a couple of them for DeJounte, but hold on.
That tray to DeJounte to Collins alley-oop was fantastic. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. All right, here we go. Let me throw this up here. Yeah, this
It's
is
not the full one though.
yeah, the
It's
full one. Full one is nice. This is good. Pretty good. Did you see? Someone said, "Did you see DeJounte pull the Marcus Morris? Did he just shoot a bunch? I missed that one."
Or is it this one that he's talking about?
That's wild. That's wild.
I didn't know he missed on it. Oh, he got fouled.
I didn't even. You got fouled. Oh, okay.
Because I had just seen this part. He does it 3 times on his
Yeah. So I feel like you can tell we're in the dreads of the offseason because this, like, we are now analyzing pro-am hoops, right? Like, this is if Tiger Woods was paired up with Bill Murray in a celebrity contest and he had like a nice chip and we're like, holy shit, Tiger's ready to go. I'm like, this is exhibition against people who have 9 to 5s. You want to use like the JJ Redick plumber thing? Like, these guys have day jobs, right? Like, they have day jobs, but we are like breaking this down. Like, oh, dude, did you see LeBron? LeBron put up 40 against people who have to fly economy, right? Like LeBron came in a cryo chamber, second best player of all time. And then we're like, yeah, dude, he cooked somebody named Derek.
Who also got a lot of publicity on that.
Right. I love that stuff.
I feel like this year, I've never seen as much pro-am coverage. Like,
It's crazy.
like in the past, yeah, I'd be like, oh, like, yeah, Kevin Durant put up 60 at Rucker Park the other day or whatever. Like, there's every like now and then we'd hear, but it seems like every day I'm hearing about like Flynn from the Raptors putting 50 and then 60 in the Drew League and stuff. And people are like hating on him for doing it in one league because it's not good enough. And then he does it in like the Drew League. And then they're like, oh, okay, it's good now. And then they're like, oh, he might get traded now.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
And Jamal Crawford has a league now?
That's not surprising though. He was
not surprising. But like, I didn't know that, and this is what we're learning because there's nothing else to talk about. Because Donovan Mitchell's not getting traded, KD's not getting traded. We are now looking at YMCA clips and breaking them down. I mean, I guess it's better than having nothing. But it is. I think Kyle Kuzma tweeted out something yesterday that made me laugh. That was just like, what are we doing?
It's also probably because that the NBA became a year-round like league, and all the offseason stuff is that like now all the like bosses for the different media companies are like, no, you guys can't take vacation. You guys got to keep running these through. You might have a trade get dropped any day. So now they're just like, all right, let's talk about pro-am.
We're doing it. Yeah, airplane mode let me know. Okay, there we go. So Crawford's had that league for 10 plus years. Thank you, airplane mode. I did not know that. Yeah, any crazy stuff. So we're gonna talk some Top Shot this morning, but I was talking to TST beforehand. Just like we're analyzing the Drew League, I feel like there's not a lot going on in the Top Shot streets outside of, listen, it's August 2nd. We're supposed to get the team checklist by the end of July. So we're still waiting on that, right? But I think it's kind of like a waiting game right now. Are you kind of in that same boat right now?
Yeah, when it comes to checklist, leaderboard stuff like that, definitely. A waiting game. Like, some people will be like going after some, strangely average sales stuff to build up some top draw score if they know what leaderboard they're going after. But there's not too much to react to like that we haven't known for like the last week or so when it comes to leaderboards for sure.
Right.
But it's definitely like a wait and see, and then it will be like another wait and see too once we get close to that date. So there'll be probably like a big rush, people locking stuff with the checklist and everything. And then it'll kind of die down for a little bit, the leaderboard talk. And then when we're like a couple weeks away from that actual reward date, then we'll see it like ramp up again. Yeah.
It does feel like we're kind of waiting for announcements. Also, like, we need like the Series 4 roadmap. We need like information about where we're going. And I'm hoping that is the next shoe to drop. And Pac Rip himself said, get ready for August. So let's do it. It reminds me, right? Didn't he do that in April too? All right. It was like, April's going to blow your goddamn mind. And then, hey, listen, then they did the Magic Johnson. I think it was the anthologies.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was the anthology series. Airplane Mode said there's a big sweep of the ADS3 hollows.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was wild. I think someone put in my Discord because I have a bunch of internationals. So I'll wake up and there's just like a bunch of like Australia, New Zealand, other people that have been talking for like 3 hours since like 3 a.m. my time. And it's just like there was some crazy sweep. I think one guy dropped like 25K or something. He bought the jersey. He just swept the floor up to like, I don't know, he was buying some for like $7,000 or something.
I would have listed the shit out of mine. It would have been on the market immediately. I speaking of stuff like that, Fix Barnacle just joined the Team Hold Discord. And so now I'm looking for some like real insider trading stuff. Like I want to know when the big sweeps are happening because no one likes to buy quite like Fix Barnacle. So now that he's in the Team Hold Discord, I want orchestrated buys. I'm ready to punt. Speaking of which, my Discord's been rallying around the Devin Vassell MGLE Series 3s as a buy. And I'd been like monitoring it, but I didn't have like funds available. And I finally got involved yesterday and scooped a couple. And then my Discord immediately was like, dude, it's too late, man. We're listing now. I'm like, all right, do we need to start pinging the Discord when we decide to sell? Like, I thought I was in charge, I thought I was in charge. Yeah, there we go. Rad Dad. What's the matter, Rad Dad? Are we not allowed to talk about orchestrated buys? Or are you mad? Are you mad that that you're like that Fixed Barnacle came in?
So you're like, someone overthrew him?
Yeah, he's like, oh, dude, he's mini whale, dude. Welcome to the fish. Welcome to the fish tank. Welcome to the aquarium, Rad Dad. All right. So one of the things that I wanted to do today while we I think it's going to be more of a smorgasbord type show or just like whatever comes up, we'll talk about it. But I thought what we could do now that Underdog has listed both the double dribble and the small ball, which are season long, not season, best ball for the NBA. I figured we could kind of go do a draft together, and TST and I can draft. And if people want to get involved, you can. So I'm going to drop a link to Underdog. And of course, we have a promo code for Underdog, which is promo code HOLD. And if you put HOLD into the promo code, if it's your first time depositing, you'll get a deposit bonus. So there you go. But we're going to jump into small ball. It's a $5 contest. So we recommend coming in here with us if you'd like, because I'd like to take your money. It's a $5 entry. For those that don't know what best ball is, we do this one time. We draft once. You don't have to set your lineup ever again. It automatically populates your like highest scoring lineup week to week. And then let's look at first place for this contest. For $5 entry is $17,500. So we're going to join right now. We're going to see how many we need to waiting for 4 people. So there's 4 more spots open. So get up on in here. And this is big for TST because you're not allowed to do this, right?
Not available up where I'm at. And
yeah,
like I'm not DFS is like a lot of monitoring and stuff like that. But like best ball is really something I would be firing off all the time. And
yeah, I get that.
So I'm glad to live vicariously through you today.
Yeah. And just so that people know, with Overzet's blessing, we're going to do a version of his randomizer show that he does for the NBA once I get back from getting married. And we're going to fire these off a bunch. I'm also seeing my Wi-Fi go down a little bit, so I apologize. Jaren back in Vegas. Jaren never left Vegas. He's like, I live here now. I was going to say something else, but yeah, here we go. So we're still waiting for 4 more. So the influencer push did nothing. No one signed up since I've joined. So thanks guys for getting involved. I got a fun take for a Top Shot take. That's like basketball related. So I think I was looking at
Devin Vassell for MVP.
Yeah, Devin Vassell's going to be MVP. He's a generational talent. No, I think I'm out short term on all my LaMelo Ball stock.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think, and here's the take. I think long term, it's still a very good hold. I think LaMelo is very good. Dude, the Hornets are going to be bad for a while, or at least the foreseeable future. When's like a time, and it's not a rookie anymore, so it's no longer sexy for him to just put up bad numbers. I mean, great numbers on a bad team. Like, what Remember when like Devin Booker was really good on an 18-win Suns team? Like no one gave a shit, right? They made fun of him for scoring 70 against the Celtics because it was like, yeah, dude, you guys, what are you doing? Like you guys are getting smoked.
And did that lead into the offseason where you got mad about the double teams?
Yeah, probably. But anyways, that's kind of I was thinking about that today.
So similarly, I'm like definitely short term, but maybe long term. Like I'm higher on Anthony Edwards than I am on LaMelo Ball, and I was more down on LaMelo Ball than I should have been. Like pre rookie season, like going into it after he was drafted and everything. And Anthony Edwards, I didn't know could shoot the ball like he could, and
a big development.
Like that changed everything for him. And like I remember when offers came out, I was throwing I threw a bunch at like the Edwards 4K, and I didn't even think of looking at the LaMelo 4K. And then like it took off a little bit, like. Yep. Same thing. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna pick up the Giddy 4K. I like how he's doing and then like he played like a game in summer league and went crazy, and everyone's like, oh my god, again playing against subpar competition. Probably shouldn't have been at summer league, but that one took off and missed the boat on that one. So I've missed the boat on both of them. So terrible from a Top Shot perspective, but I tend to agree with that. The thing, like, I don't know. It's like can LaMelo's like side popularity continue to carry him because he's just always had that from being on House of Highlights since he was like 8 years old or whatever.
Right. This will be the ultimate test of that, right? Rad Dad, it hasn't started yet, right? So we're waiting for 4 more. So if you join, it's going to automatically bring you to this specific draft until it fills up. So we're waiting for 4 more people so you can get in there. But yeah, that's where I totally agree with that. Like this will be a big test of like, will highlights outlast? I mean, part of it though is that everyone who has the LaMelo now is probably already like, well, these are my LaMelo bags. But I think there's going to be less hype around him now. We now have, the second-year phenoms of like Cade, Jalen Green, Mobley, Wagner, Barnes, like that whole crew, right? No, Rad Dad, this is the NBA $5. I think it's called the double dribble. So it's this.
Small ball.
Oh, small ball. Yeah, excuse me, small ball. So it's this one right here, small ball. Make sure we're doing NBA. We're doing NBA, baby. But yeah, that's it. I think it's going to be a pretty big test. I don't know. I would do it, but it isn't available in Michigan anymore. Dang. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, we're now in year 3, and I think when year 3, you expect big jumps, and I don't know. I mean, I guess the flip side could say like if Charlotte really overperforms expectations, then maybe LaMelo like moons because they're like, look at him dragging this team to the playoffs. But man, the East is just deep.
But what's the path to them even overperforming?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know.
This
is volleyball. 30 seconds.
Isn't taking a leap.
Well, yeah, no.
Like what? Like
jail.
Mark Williams becomes like an amazing pick and roll for LaMelo. Like I don't see like them in any sort of way taking, like even staying at where they were, and the rest.
Right.
Like, so many of the other East teams will leap them basically.
Right. I know. I totally agree. So just to answer a couple of questions, we've got it's the 30-second draft. We're waiting for 2 more. And if you're signing up for Underdog for the first time, the promo code is HOLD, HOLD. I just put it into the chat. Beamer says year 3 of Top Shot. Are we expecting a big jump from them as well? Gosh, let's hope so.
No, there's other rookie phenoms that are going to have all the focus.
Yeah, Colton said, are the East guards deep? He said, are the East guards deep? Run through them because I actually don't know. Can he make an all-star team? I mean, he can make an all-star team. So you got Bradley Beal, who's healthy. Kyrie Irving, who supposedly is going to play this year, right? All right, the draft is full, so here we go. But you've got those two. The Celtics, I mean, Marcus Smart's probably not making an all-star team, but Jaylen Brown could be considered a guard. All right, we're not picking until pick 11, so there we go. He could be considered a guard, right? So let's throw Jaylen Brown in there. Darius Garland from the Cavs. James Harden for the Sixers. So now we're at 5 before we get to LaMelo. The Bucks
My
have
boy-
Drew Holiday, 6.
My boy Freddie.
Maybe
All-star
Fred
last
Van
year.
Fleet. So I think it's going to be
Malachi
hard.
Flynn apparently
Yeah,
from
dropping 50 and 60. Yeah, there we go. Tyler Hero. I
Trey.
don't know.
Oh, we got Trey Young, DeJounte
Trey-
Murray.
Yep, both of those guys. So I think Tyrese Halliburton, who's now going to put up insane numbers on this Pacers team, even though they're going to be
Mhm.
bad. I mean, he's still going to be putting up 20 and 10 probably. I think it's going to be hard
Cade?
for LaMelo to win. Who'd you say, Cade?
Cade. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
Like, it's not going to be easy.
yeah.
But I mean, he does have the like popularity thing. So I
That's
don't know
true,
if
right?
that
So
can,
he could get voted in as a starter. I'm trying to see like, all right, so I don't know if Woody is a team holder. I think Blake might be the Zavala Bala. I see you in there. Anybody else? Nash, Favre for Prez, that maybe Top Shot
if you're in there,
streams.
let us know in the chat. Let us
know
if
who
you
you
got a
are.
different underdog name.
So this is going to be tough. Picking 11, we're going to be missing out on some of the big names, but I do kind of like going late in the draft when you can kind of go bang bang and pick 2 in a row.
Yeah.
I
Do you have to
forgot
like
Ben's-
you have to like stack you don't have to stack really for season long best ball as much as like football and
Yeah.
like playoffs. Like playoffs obviously you do because you're picking teams to advance, but
It's a little bit tricky. Well, it'll end before it ends before the playoffs.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Oh,
So you don't
yeah.
have to worry about that.
Yeah, I think that the challenge is going to be what I learned last year, because last year was the first year that I really dug into this, is that like you run into 2 things. If you get a really good team, they're going to rest guys down the stretch so they're healthy for the playoffs. If you get a really bad team, they're going to rest guys so that they get a good pick. So like I had a nice little lineup with SGA and Devin Booker, and the Suns sat Devin Booker and the Thunder sat SGA. So like made it to the finals, then they didn't play the last 2 weeks, which was kind of tough. Yeah, the Chicago Spartan said, is there a week 17 equivalence for ball? I think you're trying to find like the 3 through 6 seeds is really what, but I will say, I think the East and the West is going to be like, I think that you're going to have like 12 teams fighting for 10 playoff spots throughout most of it. And I don't think teams are going to run away with it in the regular season. So I don't know. Maybe we don't run into that as much this year. All right. Who's been off the board? Let's do a real quick recap here. We've gone Jokic. Wow. Ja, number 2 overall. Okay. Antler. And then Embiid. Giannis going 4 and Luka going 5 is insane. And then we went Tatum, Durant. Wow. Zavala Bala getting Luka with the 5th pick. Stat machine.
That's wild. And Giannis, that like the
I know.
Morant pick is
Morant too. I going high on Morant. I like it.
Morant for MVP. I take it over there.
Yeah. And then we've got, here we go. We're just talking about
I
LaMelo.
was about to say, we taking LaMelo if he's there.
I mean, good stat, bad team. I think if you could, I mean, I'm afraid to say it out loud because I don't want anyone taking our picks, but I don't like that Zion is considered a big here. What would you do here? So we're looking at LeBron, Cat, Steph, Trey, Dame, Zion. That's kind of the category. We're like, where do you lean?
LeBron
LeBron off the board.
LeBron's gone. I wouldn't have gone LeBron anyways.
No, me neither.
I'd be looking.
I kind of like Zion.
Zion's such a like that's just a gamble.
I know. All right, where do you land?
I kind of like
7 seconds.
Steph, to be honest.
Steph, let's do it. That's who I like too. A little nervous with like the like championship hangover if they start off slow, but I just don't think that's in Steph's DNA.
Yeah. And just like I'm more worried of the like, okay, now like everyone's healthy, we can kind of like spread it out a little more. But
Yeah.
like, like with the Jordan Poole aspect and Clay's back, like before it was like Jordan Poole got to go off because Clay wasn't there, but now it's kind of like we can kind of rotate the 3 a little more. But
yeah. Andre's saying Trey was the better pick, in my opinion. Hey, listen, this is what I'll tell you, Andre. I'm a little bit nervous with the Trey DeJounte thing. I think it's good for the basketball team, but for fantasy stats, it makes me a little bit nervous.
that's who I was like debating with.
Yeah.
Like between the 2 of those, but then it was just the DeJounte Murray kind of like scared me away.
All right, we're going Zion here, though. I'm telling you that right now. And people were asking, is Zion considered a guard? No, no, Zion is a big here. The orange is big.
Yeah.
So I kind of like this as a start. I think Dame might have a really good year because I feel like Dame might be the pick.
Do we care position wise? Like
No, let's go Dame.
not at this point.
Yeah, well,
Yeah?
you need to play. I believe it's 2 guards, 2 wings, 1 big, and a flex, I think is what it is. Also, just a reminder, #TST into the chat. And I kind of wanted to I feel like you can get serviceable bit. Like if you're not getting Jokic or Embiid, I kind of like we can figure out bigs later. You know what I mean?
But if Zion does have a year,
Yeah,
he's going to be up there in that
Definitely.
category, fantasy wise, I think. But also, like, I don't know, we're a little like, we think of like the point Zion times, but like
Right.
that was like, there's no one on your team. Here's the ball. Like they're a completely different team. So like
Definitely.
stat wise, you know, he's still going to put him up, but I don't know that we can expect what we saw there for those months there where it was just like, hey, who got nothing else? Let's give the people something to cheer about and get excited, and then don't play for a year.
I also read like too many articles that were like Dame's in the best shape of his life and he's pissed off. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Tommy says, is bigs like tight ends in football? So I've been told that philosophy is wrong because that is how I treated it last year. And I was pretty successful last year. But what I've been doing is if I get like Jokic or Embiid or somebody like that, I kind of try to find some cheaper bigs towards the end. If I don't, I'll take some like mid-range shots at guys like Valanciunas or Yusuf Nurkic and stuff like that, where it's a little bit. I feel like there's so many guys that play 20 minutes and put up like 15 and 9, you know, that if you're not getting the MVP type guys, you know, just take some shots later.
And those big, like, and the difference is that like tight ends, it's like, you know, it's like whether they get targets in the red zone, and like it's so much more variance in a tight end in that like middle range than in basketball, where like, you know, they're going to get minutes regularly and they're going to put up stats, especially like getting rebounds and stuff because they're just out there that long. So
exactly,
like the usage is a little different.
Fenny, I love Fenny right here saying this beach house Wi-Fi blows, which is funny because he's like being like, yeah, man, it's so tough at the beach house right now.
Yeah, man.
Like it's so hard. It's hard being at a beach house.
I looked at your background for a second. I thought he was taking a shot at your Wi-Fi. I was like, shit, you had a beach house already?
Do either of you play standard fantasy? You know what, Colton? It's too much work. So I kind of just do daily fantasy and not standard.
I have like I have one with like my boys from uni, and like they're all like from the basketball team and everything, and it's like, you know, it's part just like the social aspect, talking shit about the guy that always comes in dead last every time, who talks the most shit, and like we'll put an extra $100 to go against the one guy who like doesn't even check his lineup and somehow still loses. And like we now with like Zoom and everything, it's like a nice catch up time and everything. And we finally added like keepers and stuff like that. So like that one's like serious, but it's like so much just like bragging rights, and it's like that, but it's still so much work, and like people just check out if they're not in the running because it's like,
I'm so guilty of that because I've been asked. People are like, "Oh, Zakarin's a huge hoop guy. Like, let's make sure we get him in this league." And I was like, "Oh man, right around week 6, I'm like, I hate this. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't even do it like the standard fantasy football leagues. I don't even do anymore, except for the one team Holt's doing, just because I'm like, it's not the same. It doesn't move the needle for me like it once did. Not when you can do daily. Daily's so fun.
It ruined it for you, eh?
It did. It's like becoming I feel like I'm a fan of the players instead of the teams now, you know? All right, so we are 6 picks away. And I feel like we're probably gonna want to grab a wing here with at least one of these picks, because I feel like the wings, like the guards are pretty deep. The wings I feel like thin out pretty quickly.
Yeah. They like feel like there's a bigger jump for bigs from like top to medium, but then like the wings, there's kind of like this medium range, and then it drops off way quicker after that.
Yeah. wanted to see something. All right, storing something in the back of my mind here for later.
All right. A big on your mind?
Fenny, did you just drop your ETH handle into the chat? What is
For his extra credit because he's on vacay.
Fenny? Go ahead, guys. Send Fenny some shit. He's on vacation.
Just send those addresses to all those DMs you get about pumping some project or whatever. Just send Fenny's address as a
I got a
reply
bunch
to
of DMs yesterday being like, hey, for $40, I've got 250,000 people that'll retweet you. And I was like, what? No, get out of here. All right, here we go. So wing
Whoa.
time. A lot of the ones I really wanted Scotty Barnes that Brent
Yeah,
took
he
right
just-
before us. So I feel like we got Levine, which I don't really love, but that's okay. Ingram, Middleton, Benchero.
Ooh, OKC worries me, but Giddey is catching my eye.
Is he a wing?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hold on, 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Well, we got Cade.
Okay.
I don't hate that.
Is Cade a guard?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. You need a bunch of guards.
Yeah.
All right. I know. Then, well, as long as Top Shot Stream doesn't do it next, Top Shot Stream probably so thrilled he got Levine there.
Paulo's kind of interesting too.
Yeah, Paulo's gonna have like I think a pretty big offensive
Stats.
load.
And like I feel like also like they're gonna play him later just like because he'll be like going for rookie of the year.
Yeah, man.
So
The
not
wings.
just gonna like shut him down.
Yeah. What do you? I think we go Giddey. Here.
All right.
This is a reach for Giddey, but you know what's funny? The ADP on this stuff is like so early that those numbers are going to move quite a bit.
For sure.
Wait, no word about Bo Cruz. You're right. How do you feel about Juancho heading to Toronto?
It's so funny because like that movie is just gonna like follow him the rest of his career. Like he probably has a better like trajectory as a movie career now than he does actually as a like basketball player, just because like that's what everyone thinks of like now. And like I mean it's awesome that like he's there. Like it's funny, like you know, he could get like he fits like kind of what we're doing, like just like super long guys. Like there's gonna be some just like everyone's like 6'8" and has 7-foot wingspans thrown out there, and he could like I don't know play some small ball center in that type of lineup, or like one of the two power forward centers that you throw out in those lineups.
So you guys have what, Kem Birch still, right? And do you still have Boucher as well?
Yeah, we re-signed Boucher.
And that's it for like your traditional bigs, right? Which I mean, neither.
Yeah, and then we drafted. Our draft pick was what's his name from the like actual big from Illinois. So,
oh, okay, all right. I forgot. I don't know his name.
Someone in the chat will throw it at me. It's pretty bad that I don't know it. But he's he's like more of a like physical big though, like compared to like even like Boucher or even Kem Birch. But I don't know. There's just like we just like everyone else is just like 6'9". Christian Coloco, thank you, Limbs.
Coloco, that's right.
So like those types of lineups, I think Juancho could kind of, and the fact that like our bigs are, they're no one's really has that starting job like locked down.
Right.
He could definitely work in some minutes here and there. But like I think people probably have higher hopes just because of Bo Cruz than.
Yeah, I know, right? I forgot about Precious Achua too, and Precious came on pretty strong last year. That's a good call.
Precious at the end of the year was like, I don't know what happened. Like it wasn't even like he took a break or anything. All of a sudden he was doing things that I was like, because like I don't know, him switching teams. I think people are kind of like, it's less like see his growth almost. Like as a Raptors fan, like I didn't watch him every night when he was in Miami. and then he came to us. And it's not like he doesn't have this like, oh, he's a rookie, but like it's his second year. And if you were
Right.
like, if he was on one team and you were watching him every night, you'd be like, wow, he's gone from that to this already. But just
Right.
in one season, I saw what he was doing at the start of the year and then later. And I was like, I didn't even think that he would like had the confidence to try some of the things he was trying, and he was like making them or just doing it. So he's a guy that if he continues and, you know, Toronto develops people pretty well. So
Yeah.
I've like pretty high hopes, but he's one of those like frustrating players because you're like kind of a no, yes,
Yeah.
when it goes in type of guy. So that's always like a little worrisome. But I mean, that's literally everything Chris Boucher does.
Yeah.
So
I think
kinda used to it.
the flip switch for Precious during the Rising Stars All-Star game where he was like, hey, get out of my way, guys. I got this. Like, and was just feeling himself. He was, I mean, every time he touched the ball, he was chucking it up. It was really funny to see that just because we had never seen that from him ever. And he was just like pulling up from three. I mean, I want to go back and find it. Maybe somebody else can look it up, but I swear he took like 18 shots in that one game. He was wiling out. All right, so we are 7 picks away here. I feel like the draft has slowed down a little bit. Still a lot of. I'm glad we didn't take Banchero when we did. Although I bet Giddey would still be on the board as well, as Paulo just goes at 52. What were you gonna say?
Sorry, I'm just reading this message from Jay Blaze. Keon Clark walked so Chris Boucher could fly. Keon Clark, holy! Just remember those like 7 block games that everyone was going absolutely nuts. Just like if you're a Raptors fan at that time, just kudos to our broadcast, just being able to get so excited about the smallest things and giving us hope from game to game. Not even hope of like winning the championship that year, just that like things were improving.
Yeah.
And Keon Clark's rim protection was definitely a hot topic for a good month there, and how amazing that'll be.
I love that Keldon Johnson pick there by Casper was pretty good. That I really am high on Keldon Johnson this year just because San Antonio
Someone's got to score.
San Antonio got rid of everybody.
Who are you higher on, him or Vassell?
Well, Keldon Johnson played in the Olympics, so Keldon.
I was super high on him last year. I was like, he's gonna come back. He like
hold on,
classic Olympic bump, everything.
Real quick, we're on the clock. I think we get Chet Holmgren here for our big, and we just ride out our OKC stack. What do you think?
Boom. Let's
go. And I got our next pick locked too. So sorry to interrupt. Yeah, I thought we were gonna see he in the same way that like Melo came back from the Olympics and was incredible. I thought we were gonna see that from Keldon, but we didn't. Oh, Top Shot Streams did it. I wanted Jamal Murray next.
Oh,
I thought that was a steal there.
And he would have been a guard, eh?
Yeah.
What we got here?
I think I know.
To us soon, eh?
Yeah, we're up next. I think we do need another wing at this point. Do we go? So here we go. Do we go full Splash Bros? Right, Steph and Clay, or do we bet on Michael Porter being healthy here?
No.
Klay Thompson,
on Michael Porter. Oh, I mean, there's OG Anunoby down there.
I know, dude. We can get OG next time around.
I'm kidding.
Let's go Splash Bros. We're gonna have the first team in the West and the last team in the West covered.
Yeah, perfect. Just like you were talking about, you want those teams from the 3 to 6 range. All right, let's take the number 1 seed and dead last.
My hope is that Josh Giddey and Chet Holmgren can't help a team actually win games. Like that's what I'm rooting for. I kind of like this start though. I think we've got, I think everybody's out on Clay because, he was a little banged up, but man, he was coming back from 2 catastrophic injuries. Now he gets like a full offseason to, work on his game and get stronger. I don't know. I feel like Clay could come back and just shoot lights out, right?
Yeah, for sure. And like he's still getting his footing in. I think like a year of training, like in the summer too, like putting in work, that'll probably, like without restrictions and everything. I saw that text that he sent to his trainer before the finals were even over. So, I'm all in.
I love that.
Speaking slightly of Michael Porter Jr., do you know how many games he played in college?
I mean, it's under 10, right? Wasn't it like?
Okay, before we get to that, take a guess at how many assists total he had in college.
Oh, it's I think he probably
Total, not average, total.
I think he probably played more games than assists he had.
That is true.
So he averaged less than 1 assist a game. I would say
I want
All right.
total.
I know, but I'm
Do
saying
you want
all
the
right.
games first? Do you want the games first?
Yeah, give me the games first.
3 games played.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like none. Didn't he play like two games in the regular season and then one
He played in
tournament
the
game?
Yeah, he played he came back for the tournament.
Right. I'm gonna say he had 1 assist.
He had 1 assist in his college career.
It's funny that I got that right, but I shouldn't really get credit because we knew it was less than 1 a game, and he only played 3.
Yeah. You had 2 choices.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is 0. Imagine 0.
0 was on the. It was.
What's
yeah.
worse, having 0 or 1?
I think 1's worse. I think
Yeah,
like
0, you could just be like, "Nah, man, I'm a bucket."
Yeah. Yeah, Mizzou fans. Listen, I'm a I know Porter Jr., like Weisberg said, is a weirdo. I still root for Porter Jr. though. I do. I want him to be healthy. The guy, I mean, dude, he's like 6'11" and shoots like, he's like a point guard, or not a shooting guard. Like he's incredible from outside.
1 assist in his whole career.
Yeah,
He's like a point guard.
Yeah.
These days, kind of.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What are we sitting on? So just to recap here, we got Steph, Dame, Cade, Giddey, and Clay. We're still 10 picks away. I don't think he's going to get there, so I can talk about how I think Kuzma might have a nice little offensive season on that team.
Mhm.
Especially they moved out KCP. They moved out KCP. They got back, who was it? Monty Morris, and wasn't there somebody else in that Nuggets deal? Or was it just Monty for KCP? I thought no, Will Barton.
Yeah.
Will Barton might.
He's a chucker.
Yeah. Honestly, Will Barton's probably a good late round flyer. Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot about the Porter drop. My bad, guys. My bad. Let me get that cooking before our next pick. Where is it?
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers, throwing things in buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
I just realized we got to update that now.
You can say it. Raptors,
I
baby.
know. It doesn't rhyme the same way though. Are we like? I know we're 5 picks away. Are we like 100% taking OG with our next pick?
What's our wing count? We got 2 wings.
Yeah, 3
no.
guards, 2 wings, and a big right now.
What's
We got
Do
Kuz.
we want to look for?
Ooh,
a big?
OG's off for a big.
Yeah, OG's off.
Yeah,
Just
OG's
made
off the
our
board.
decision for us.
I mean, we could get Draymond. You see, I think we wait for a big here because I like Wendell
Yeah.
Carter Jr. He's probably going to be gone, but like when you scroll down, I mean, like I feel like we can get some value later on.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe we're supposed to take one more, but
See, I'd love Wendell Carter Jr., but I feel like it's a stretch at this point. But it
Yeah.
probably won't make it back to us either. But
yeah. All right, if he's still there, I think maybe we go wing big here.
yeah, maybe on the flip.
Yeah. And looking at the wings, man, so Kuzma and Anunoby, I don't need. Oh, Jabari Smith, all off the board just there. So
People are going wings hard there.
I know. Well, Farfar Prez absolutely needs to take a wing here. He's got 3 bigs, unless he's like auto drafting now, and so like maybe he forgot he was in it. I mean, we could go Devin Vassell. I mean, for the MGLE crew. Right, because when you look at this, let's look at the wings. You got Vassell, Bridges, Bay, Keegan Murray, but he's still going to be dealing with like Fox, Franz Wagner, Karis LeVert. I'd go Vassell or Wagner here. Do you have a call?
Franz is considered a wing?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. Ooh,
10
that's tempting.
seconds.
I'd go
5 seconds.
Franz.
Franz. All right. Franz Wagner. Welcome to the team. Then we definitely have to, if Wendell Carter's still on the board, if Top Shot Stream doesn't cuck us. Then we have, I like our build right now, right? We've got a couple of Thunder, couple of Warriors. We grab Wendell Carter here, maybe ahead of ADP by like 5. But now we've got a couple of Magic, right?
There we go.
Again, another team that's going to be aggressively losing.
See, they actually might sit Carter. Probably, like if you were to pick someone on that roster, it's probably Carter that would sit almost like for like just like he goes hard. He like like probably his replacement is way worse.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. I don't think you rarely sit a rookie unless they have injury stuff.
Right. No, I don't think they'll set a rookie
because it's kind of like sit everyone else but like our star rookie, and then everyone can get so excited about him because he's putting up like 30 and 10.
Yeah. Garen saying, "Give me Birch," and is proud of that pick. A lot of people talking about Jaren Jackson Jr. Just a reminder, he's out for a few months, probably back around Christmas or January. So I was gonna. Oh yeah, Limsey actually said what I was just about to say. You probably worth a flyer on Brandon Clark instead, because he's gonna get a lot of run. Also, I maybe like the last round, I don't hate throwing a dart at Xavier Tillman, who yeah, he looked really good, and he looked really good at Summer League, which again, he's like in year 3, I think, so it makes sense that he looked good. But I wonder with Jaren out for so long, I wonder if he gets a little bit of a run.
What about Kenny Lofton Jr.?
I feel like he's going to spend more time in the G League. I'd love to play Kenny Lofton Jr. Weisberg, are you talking about the Ben McLemore? Is that what you're talking about, the raising money for the charity? I saw Roham said he was going to match up to $2,700 or something like that, which I thought was good. A lot of talk about Mitch Robinson in the chat. Listen, I love Mitchell Robinson, but too early to take him, in my opinion. He gets hurt all of the time, And you've got a bunch of left-handed dudes dribbling the ball in that team, so I don't know how often he's going to get it.
Left-handed players either over dribble or are just shooters, just like spot up.
Yep. And they get, except I guess Harden dishes.
You could argue he over dribbles. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Breakfast cereal saying, where's the KPJ? Let's see where KPJ is at. ADP for KPJ is 79. No, he can't be still on the board. He was drafted by Woody.
Is that an exclamation mark?
I think it was Woody the 4th. John Wall at the ADP of 94 is interesting. I feel like that's a little bit high, but I don't know. I mean, the dude, does he have like the Al Horford resurgence since he hasn't played in 8 years?
Yeah. I don't know on that team. Like, I feel like, I don't know how many like minutes they'll put on him though.
No.
Just with that team, they have quite a bit of depth at the ball handling positions.
Yeah.
If you factor in Kawhi and Paul George into bearing the brunt of initiating the offense.
Yeah. So I think we've got like 2 solid bigs here. I don't think we need to draft another one till maybe towards the end of the draft. I think probably makes sense to hammer some guards and wings here. So let's move that off. So we see John Wall. I'm pretty out on Cole Anthony.
I was about to say, hey man, another Orlando. Why not?
No, I just think, man, Cole Anthony's offense is going to be behind. Like, they were better when Markelle Fultz came back.
Who's their leading scorer, right? Cole Anthony?
I think, yeah. But you got Wagner, Banchero, and Markelle Fultz, I think, is going to be, I think that's their core, right? And then with Wendell Carter, I don't know. I'm out on Cole Anthony, man.
If I was the Magic, I'd be trying to get something for him.
Yeah. And yes, it is because he's corny. Cole Anthony is the poor man's Donovan Mitchell when it comes to corny.
Really? Donovan Mitchell? Corny?
Dude, Donovan Mitchell. Go back and watch. Whenever he is the most aware that a camera's on him.
Really?
It's just like faux, like, oh yeah, the camera's on me. Let me do something tough here with my eyes. I'm so out on it.
To me, it's more like if you had brought him up, I would just been like, yeah, he's kind of just like out there. Doesn't really have that much of a personality. Is like how I would have viewed him. But
No, corny.
maybe I just don't see corn.
You don't see corn, yeah. Only porn.
Are
Donovan
you at
Mitchell.
HT chat?
Yeah. Where you at? Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, I do. I listen. I think Donovan is really good at basketball. And Stan, I know you have to publicly say you like him because you're still hoping he comes to the Heat. But I don't know, man. Again, I would take Jamal Murray over Donovan Mitchell every day.
Even last year.
Yeah. All right, I'm not going to say who we should take until it gets to us.
Are they on there?
Yeah, they're close. We're close. We're 2 picks away. I don't trust. I know Brent's in the chat. I don't want Brent out there sniping. I think Brent was the one who took Jamal Murray, right? No, he didn't. We got look at this team. We got Fox, Brunson, Green, LeBron, Scotty, Grant, Zion, Podol.
Ooh,
That's Zion, Scotty,
LeBron.
and yeah, that's
Fox.
that's solid. All right, Jordan, Jalen Ivey is off the board. I did want Ivy, not with our next pick, but I wanted to get Ivy with one of our next 2.
Mm-hmm.
No, Brent. God, I wanted Brandon Clark there. I didn't realize Clark was a wing.
I thought that was a reach, though.
Nah, there's no. He's gonna be starting though. All right,
Yeah, but
we gotta hold on. We're on the clock. We're on the
Yeah,
clock.
okay.
So we got
Well-
Brogdon, Sexton, Barnes, Clarkson, Trey Jones. Do we go Gary Trent? Give you some Canada love.
No,
All right, 5 seconds.
Sexton.
Sexland, welcome. Sexland, he still is not signed, I don't think. So that's a problem.
It's definitely I don't know. He's got to end up somewhere.
yeah.
And I mean, that could have been early for that.
Yeah, man, I like Brent's pick there. I do think I think it hurts you later on.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like you might win some stuff early, but I feel like later on the one thing I will say is that he does a lot with very few minutes as well.
that's true. And you know who's coming aboard? Here we go. Bang. You're not even getting to say. We're play the goddamn drop if I can find it. I can never find this one.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
This is a great comment right here about Mitchell. I like PJ because if he's playing on the Hornets, I think he's going to put up pretty good stats. He was like really solid towards the end. I also think he's a trade candidate for when the Hornets decide to pack it in.
Yeah, he should get more minutes than he has in the past, or like more usage at least.
Yeah,
with Bridges gone.
yeah. Bridges thing is insane.
What was I going to say? Oh, when you do that show, that Overzet style show, you definitely need to incorporate the drops.
Yeah.
Like, you have to draft one of the drops.
I like that. I like that. In like the first 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden I'm like creating Kevin Durant drops. Oh man. All right. So I forget how many rounds this is. So we're at 10.
4-4-2.
4-4-2. I feel like it's 16. So we're at 4-4-2, 10. So we've got 6 picks left. We're in pretty good shape here, though. 4 guards. I feel like we just keep hammering guards and wings and maybe steal a big late.
Yeah, because we probably want 3 bigs total, right?
Yeah, I think so. I feel good with 3. Some people will go for 4. I just think I know you need multiple guards and multiple wings. I also think it's hard for bigs to score enough points to get them in the flex unless it's like Jokic or somebody like that, right? So that's where I land on that.
And who are our bigs again? We've
Wendell Carter and why am I forgetting? Chet. Which I like that because Chet is an upside bet, but Wendell Carter Jr. is going to put up numbers. Like they're not going to be.
I'm worried late in the year. I would say that whoever we take a stab at needs to be on like one of those middle playoff teams.
So here's the thing. I could see I can see Orlando being in the hunt for the 10 seed as the playoffs, as the East winds down. I'm a little nervous about that take only because you're going to see dudes like the Cavs, the Bulls, the Knicks, teams like that, and the Hawks that are all going to be in that like 8 to 12 range. But I do think like Orlando will be right there.
I agree that they could be. Where I push back a little bit is whether they'll want to be / choose to be.
Yeah,
that's what
fair.
worries me with like Wendell Carter, because I feel like Paulo buys them a year.
Yeah,
because they're just gonna be like, hey, look at like future blah blah blah. So then like they can kind of be like, oh, we don't have to compete this year, and then like because like people are gonna go nuts for like the tank for what's his face Wembayana. That's gonna be nuts.
Andre saying calling it now, Knicks 5th to the 7th. Dude, Andre, here's the thing, man. Listen, we already did this, but I'll do it again for you. And I'm not in a particular order, just Milwaukee, Boston, Brooklyn, Philly, Miami, Toronto. That's like 6 just that are definitely better. So now your take is 7th, that they have to get to 7th. And that doesn't include Chicago, Cleveland, Atlanta. That's 3 more teams that'll probably be better than you. Right? Is that a wild take?
Not for me, it isn't.
Yeah.
Andre's response is perfect though.
It's rough out here, yeah. Wembanyama. And there's also Scoot. People are pretty high on Scoot.
Yeah. Him too. I don't know. I don't know much about him. I've been watching Wembanyama for, I don't know, like whenever he played one-on-one with Rudy Gobert and gave him the work. That was like 2 years ago when he was like 16 or 15.
Man,
his highlights this year are insane.
I know.
From his EuroLeague stuff. Oh my god.
I was really hoping when did he go? I guess it wasn't that close. I was hoping Wiseman was going to be here because I thought that would be like a fun upside pick for our last big.
Another big that we're not sure would be playing at the end. Perfect.
I know, right? No, I think Wiseman's not someone they're going to rest, I don't think. But
just is he playing at all?
Yeah. What about Kuminga here? We're on the clock now. All right, so I'll roll some out. Jayshawn Tate, Bojan Bogdanovic, who knows what team will be on. Kuminga, Markkanen, Herbert Jones, Jalen Duran. Anyways, we got like 10 seconds.
Almost
5 seconds.
Go up. Jayshawn Tate.
All right, that's who we'll draft anyways if I run out of time. Jayshawn Tate, I like that, especially because I'm assuming Eric Gordon won't be on the Rockets super long.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was a wing. We got 4 guards, 5 wings, 2 bigs, and a partridge in a pear tree. I kind of like. Let me throw something at you in a second. I kind of like. Dude, what about a bet on? Because we're like late in the draft. What about TJ Warren?
Is he on? He's on Brooklyn now.
Brooklyn now, yeah.
I don't know, man. As someone who owns his Top Shot debut.
All right, let's go back up to Kuminga then. He's still here. Right? Because that gives us some insurance too on Steph and Clay. Okay. Because like if they are resting guys, I think Kuminga could have like a pretty nice leap. And this is so late in the draft at pick 134 that if Kuminga does take a leap, awesome. If he doesn't, when Steph and Clay sit down, he'll play. So it's a little bit of insurance.
That justification I'm okay with. Mm-hmm. Before that justification, I was out.
You were out. Yeah, there we go. Wendell Carter Jr., you need that bomb insurance. Yeah, I thought about that. Too. Tate is the most legit player in the Rockets. Often seems to be the only one who improves, cares. Yeah, I really do like Jayshawn Tate. I just don't know how high Jayshawn Tate's like fantasy ceiling is. Jayshawn Tate reminds me of like a more athletic PJ Tucker right now.
Yeah, he's like he's a player you want on your team to win, not necessarily on your fantasy team to win.
Did I miss some Jalen Brunson talk? I just see like Weisberg just dropping some stuff on the tampering. I know, right? So the NBA announced they're doing 2 different investigations into tampering. One is on Jalen Brunson, which is hilarious that there needs to be an investigation, right? It was, and like, how do you prove that? Is he not allowed to talk to his dad?
Never.
They announced the deal 3 days before you were legally allowed to sign a deal. Like Chris Haynes, I think it was 2 or 3 days before the deadline that you could start doing it, was like, yeah, they agreed to a 4-year, 108, whatever the number was. Yeah, there's tampering. And I joked yesterday, or I thought maybe it was today, I was like, yeah, it's going to be tough for the Knicks when they lose their 3rd round pick for that. Like the penalties are never real. But there was another one too. I forget the other team that's under investigation right now. It's New York, and was it damn, there was one more that I'm blanking on.
Who?
I'm forgetting.
Trying
who
to
it
even
was,
think
though.
of a signing that anyone would care about.
I know. All right, so we got 4 picks left. 4 picks left. We need to get another guard, definitely. And see, let's see how bad. Oh, I've already talked about a couple of them that are available, but I'm not gonna go into it because, oops, I don't want the people to. We got too long to wait,
For the guards?
Yeah. Is that?
Yeah.
Well, no. I just mean till we got 12 picks. Is there
Oh, they're saying
anybody?
it's Philly for PJ Tucker.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Is there anybody that's kind of like off the radar, not necessarily for fantasy, but that you're hyped about?
OG Anunoby.
Oh God,
I'm
that
kidding,
Kawhi,
kidding.
that Kawhi
Okay.
2.0 take will make you put that on your grave.
I think we just have a different definition of 2.0, and that's where it all starts.
Yeah. Okay,
From.
Joe Biden. I don't know anybody's recession definition. That's what he's like. Well, it's not how I define recession.
Oh God. Let me go ride this bike that's in the background here.
Yeah.
Who am I? I'm trying to think. There's
Breakfast Heroes
I don't-
yelling Vanderbilt in the chat.
but is that he's been yelling Vanderbilt for a while.
Oh, is he? Oh, I didn't know if he was yelling that about like a player under the radar. You mean somebody to
It
draft,
might be.
probably? Yeah.
Oh, Matthew Harrison saying Bagley. Is anyone taking him yet?
No, Bagley's still on the board. I kind of like that. They paid him enough that they're gonna play him. It's a little crowded though with Jalen Duran, who's the other guy? Beef Stew, and now Bagley. It's a little crowded, but I don't hate that take. Yeah, Herder. You got Herder over. Where's he at? The Kangs have him, right?
Yeah. Everyone's career always flourishes there.
All right, so there goes Duran. Duran's off the board now. We're 6 picks away. I don't think we're going to get to the guy that I want. I imagine someone's going to take him before. But I'm excited about somebody. Herder's actually a really good call. I think Herder would put up some stats on a bad team. God damn it, Bones Highland's off the board.
Yeah, that's who I was gonna say. That's who when you had it up earlier, I was like, that's
Yeah.
good insurance if
Jamal goes down. Also,
Jamal
like
or
they got rid
even
of
Kevin
Barton.
Porter Jr. like
Mhm.
going
Michael?
down, sorry,
That's
Michael.
okay.
Just for the fact that the usage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just thinking like they got rid of Morris, they got rid of Will Barton. Like they basically are saying, yeah, like Bones is going to be our first guy off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Monty Morris in Washington now? Right, like Raul Neto's gone. Ish Smith is gone. I know, right? This is who we're saying, but those are Bradley Beal is back. But like, who's their starting point guard? Am I missing somebody?
I don't know.
I feel like Monty. Oh yeah, dude. I know they're gonna take it. Brent, I swear to God, dude. Let us have this. All right. Oh, he took Bagley. All right, I like Bagley. What about Markelle Fultz?
Ooh.
Right?
Mm.
When we look at our guards, I know this. Besides that conversation, we got Monty Morris, Markelle Fultz, Dyson Daniel. Like he seems to be the highest upside of all these guys. 10 seconds.
Yeah, I guess. I don't love it though.
But like, we do need a guard.
Yeah, I would have
Who would have you taken?
Monte Morris. I think.
Well,
over
Top
that.
Shot streams won't do it. You coward.
Go down a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. It falls off. I mean, actually, Quentin Grimes, but I like taking him right now. He's barely getting drafted. Monty Morris, you coward.
God damn it.
You wanna
Third
take
guard
Chris
wing.
Boucher?
Immediately. No.
All right. Well, we get 17 seconds. We're looking at Love, Daniels, Boucher, Jackson, Graham, Monk, Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler might play a ton of minutes. All right, 7 seconds. 3. Boucher, welcome aboard. You're here. All right, we got 2 picks left. We can kind of do whatever we want with our last 2 picks.
All right. We still need a guard, probably. Eh?
Well, no. Well,
What's our
yeah.
guard situation though?
Yeah, our guards are stacked, right? So we have Steph, Dame, Cade, Colin Sexton, Fultz. So there's no bad guards there. Then on our wings are Giddey, Thompson, Franz, PJ, Tate, and Kuminga, and then our bigs are Holmgren, Wendell, and Bush.
I think we have to look bigs. I think still.
You want a 4th one?
Well, I would just like we have to like look at them. I'm not
Yeah.
saying like I'm saying they have to be in the conversation, not necessarily we're just looking at them.
I think with 2 picks left, we're just trying to get the most amount of upside. Like, because most likely these guys aren't going to ever qualify for points for us. So we want someone that is either going to back up somebody that gets hurt and could find themselves in minutes, or just like crazy upside picks. That's why the Walker Kessler's I'm sure he just got picked because we talked about him. Oh, no, not yet. I think he's kind of interesting because, right, the Jazz have to be bad. They are not set up to be good right now. And so
You need a new Frenchman.
right. But they're in a weird spot though, because they still do have Donovan Mitchell, Mike Conley, Bojan Bogdanovic on the books. And you got to assume those guys are going to go. And if those guys do go, the great white hope of Walker Kessler is going to be let loose, you know?
Patrick Williams for a bounce back year is
Yeah, I'm definitely down. Is he still on the board? Yeah. He won't make it.
yeah, he won't make it,
But that's a great call. Jonathan Isaac is weird because he hasn't played in a while and he's written some questionable books. But he was really good, but mostly defensive stats.
BD saying Tyus Jones, and I have such a soft spot for Tyus Jones.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I know they got rid of Kyle Anderson. They got rid of DeAnthony Melton. I don't hate it. It's also like one of those, I mean, the way Ja plays, like there's going to be at least a 12-game stretch that Ja misses, right?
Yeah. And like if Tyus Jones had gone to some shitty team and it was their starter, I would have been all over him this year.
I know, me too. Yeah, Tyus Jones probably makes sense. That probably makes sense. I'm sure he'll be gone now, but
Seth Curry seems surprisingly high.
like surprisingly, like that he hasn't been drafted yet.
Just like his ADP there.
Yeah. It's so hard to project what the hell the Nets are going to do.
Yeah, I can see why that's just people like stay away from that. But.
Also, Malik Monk. I mean, so Monk doesn't start, right? He's probably going to play in the second unit with Keegan Murray and Davion Mitchell. No, I guess Davion Mitchell might start with Fox. That Kings team is so weird with like Herter too.
Yeah, that makes me, when you lay all that out, I mean, Herter would probably play the 3, right?
Yeah, that backup unit is not going to play any defense, right?
Is the starting? I guess Davion Mitchell.
Yeah. Weisberg says thoughts on the Watson post on the report being released. I haven't read that. I haven't seen the Watson post, but he can fuck himself.
Mm-hmm.
Did Tyus go because we talked about it? No, Tyus is still there. I don't know. Is that, do you think like looking at everything right now, there's Walker Kessler still. Tyus Jones. This is like another high upside one. If you wanted to look at Denny Avdia, I don't know when he comes back, but well, maybe he is back.
Considering we could name no one on Washington.
I know, right? I don't know. I kind of like that as a dart throw there. If you
Yeah,
went
'cause
like
we have what, 2 left?
2 left, yeah. So we go Tyus Jones and then Denny.
Danny. What do you think of Oladipo?
Yeah, Oladipo's a nice dart throw, especially if I don't know. They seem still in on. Well, Stan, what do we think? What do we think about that?
Because like Lowry is like not going to be. It seems not reliable for a full year anymore.
Yeah, it depends, man. Because I think they still are trying to go after Donovan. I just don't think it's going to happen. Ooh, Tom says Precious. Is Precious still on the board? And is he considered a wing? Because he was last year. Did I spell Precious wrong? Yeah. Oh, he's a big dude. What about you want to take Precious with one of our last 2?
We got Precious and Boucher. That's actually pretty good coverage.
Right? Like one of them will do something.
One of them, yeah. That's pretty good coverage for a like end of the year if Chet and Wendell Carter aren't playing for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
we do it.
Let's take Precious first, as long as freaking Favre or Brent doesn't do it. Brent, I swear to God, dude.
God damn, Brent.
There's so many other big. Okay. Thomas Bryant, I actually don't hate that for the Lakers. That's an interesting call. And then we get Tyus Jones if he's still there in 2 picks.
Yeah, and then we go Tyus or Oladipo.
That's right. You mentioned we can go Oladipo.
No, just like one of them.
One
has
of
to
those
be
two.
there.
Top Shot Streams then goes Oladipo, Tyus. Get ready for it.
You went
Just
Oladipo?
Just so I throw. He took Oladipo. If he goes 8 guards, 5 wings, 3 bigs, that will flex.
Is it almost time to draft Cam Thomas?
Oh, there you go. That's betting on KD and Kyrie and Ben Simmons and Joe Harris all getting traded.
And Steve Nash.
He took Oladipo and Tyus Jones. Top Shot Stream.
No
seriously,
way.
Dude. Seriously, dude. You got 8 guards. You just lit $5 on fire, Top Shot Stream. Unbelievable. All right, we're on the clock. Shaden Sharp's out for a while, right?
Yeah, he's out. Well, he was out in Summer League, so we just assume.
Actually, let's take Shaden Sharp.
Yeah,
Let's
do it.
Because we got Dame. That's like, whatever, upside. That's what we were looking for. All right, there we go. Our final roster: Steph Curry, Dame, Cade, Collins, Sexton, Markelle Fultz, Shaden Sharp. That's a deep guard list. Then we got Giddey, Clay, Wagner, Washington, Tate, Kuminga, Chet, Wendell, Boucher, and Achua, the Raptor gang. Who's Top Shot Streams? Announce yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Announce yourself into the chat.
At least call your shot. Like, at least, like
let us know.
Like, brag after that or something.
Incredible. That was fun though. I'm glad we got that. Thanks for the people who joined. I'll go over other rosters of the people in here before we get out of here. But make sure you like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag TST into the chat. TST, you got anything coming out you need to plug?
I'm going to probably right after this film, edit and all that. So maybe this afternoon.
What's coming out?
To evening, I'm going to put out a video talking set rewards and stuff. I put out a little like teaser tweet yesterday talking about, maybe people were losing their minds a little bit more than they should have because there wasn't that many airdrops for a lot of the sets, maybe with the exception of playoffs and seeing stars. Everyone else probably will make out better. So I'm going to break that down a bit, probably dive into some of the rares as well, because I had tracked all the airdrops for those as well. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that information to come out. I think we'll have a lot more fun watching some of these moments move around once we have a better understanding of the rewards, the timeline, the checklist, all of those things. So I'm looking forward to just some movement, honestly.
That roadmap might change the opinion of some set holders as well, I think.
Yeah, it'll just be good to learn like, are we playing chess or are we playing checkers? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like, are we playing both at the same time? And you have to just guess which one that day we're playing.
Yeah. I think Chewy in the chat yesterday said, or are we playing Chinese checkers? Like, who knows?
Yeah.
And that's true.
3D chess.
One China.
Yeah. We're not playing that yet.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I think there are a couple more picks. Last call for liking the stream, subscribe, and putting hashtag TST. Let's look. The Zavala Ball is his draft is done. Let's look at the Zavala Ball. He went Luca. Wait, it keeps. Let's just wait until Woody makes his last pick, and then we'll do it because it keeps
back
rotating. Actually, I think we can do it this way. So Woody went Jokic, Siakam, Paul George. What a great start for that. Then CJ, Drew Holiday, Yusuf Nurkic, KPJ, Simons, Karras, Vando, Davion, Nick Claxton in the 12th round. This is what I'm talking about. I feel like you can get good bigs late. Bruce Brown, who's on Denver, which I keep forgetting. Oh, my God. Let me go back and look at this. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Let's do this. All right, let's go back to Zavala Bala. We know he was in here. So he went Luka, Maxey, Smart, Dort, quickly. You got Kawhi, Jalen, and RJ. That is really solid. And then some upside randomness with some Sohan, Smith, and then Mobley, Şengün. Man, Şengün is going to be a great call this year too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I feel like they're gonna lose a lot of games, but they're gonna score a lot of points. We got Brent, who went Fox, Brunson, Green, Primo, Cam. This is like upside mania right here from Jalen Green, Primo, and Cam Thomas. And then this was the LeBron, Scotty, Grant, Clark, Warren, Walker. And then the Zion. Yeah, this is like, I feel like this team's either coming in first or last. You know what I mean? Because if you get a healthy LeBron, a healthy Zion, and then one of these guys pops in this range.
Yeah. What's tough is like, is there too many? Like, did they take too many stabs and do too many of those things have to hit versus like, just having one or two hit and then you're good.
Right.
Like if you go all upside and half only hit, like it's not enough sometimes,
Right. Like that's when you throw that many darts, you're right. It can be like, cause even if one of them hits, but the others don't, you're you're burned. I think like Zion and LeBron are a little bit safer of dart throws, but it's those guards that it's just like one of those needs to pop. All right, and then Top Shot Streams took Trey, Jamal. This is like all the guys I wanted. Trey, Jamal, Tyler Hero, and then look at these fucking guards. Brogdon, Conley, Morris, Adipo, and Tyus Jones. Then went Levine, Ingram, Harris, Vassell, and Herter. And then I kind of like, I know, Vassell. I kind of like this approach, even though it's, a little thin. He took Karl Anthony Towns. He's like, this is going to be my big that scores all the points. I'm banking on him being healthy and awesome. But then just in case, like maybe Mark Williams pops off or maybe Bobby Portis, like somebody gets hurt and Bobby Portis is starting the whole time. A lot of different paths.
Yeah. Mark Williams, the summer league game I saw, he was just flying around the court.
He was.
And that is a big man. Big man.
He was. All right, let's spin this thing. We'll give it away. If you win, shoot me a DM, either at Mike's Karen or on the Discord. Who we got? It's going to Joe Oliveira. Joe, congrats, my man. Shoot me a DM. I'll send over to Little Mom.
How perfect would it have been if it was Top Shot Streams that one?
We
hadn't written anything in the chat.
We would have spun that thing again. Dude, thanks again for coming on, man. It's been nice having you on like once a week. And we'll figure out a time in the next 2 weeks too, where you can run your own show on the account. But yeah, everybody stay tuned for TST's video that's dropping later today, maybe tomorrow, today,
hopefully.
Stay tuned. And remember, Greg's coming on live at 11. And he's doing some baseball stuff, and then Watcher works tonight at 9:30. So a lot of good content coming your way from All Things Team Hold. You can join the Discord in the show notes. Follow us on Twitter, all the things. We are out.
Well, the Top Shot Stream